23, Mary. I think the scores are coached by Ryan Insel. His assistant coaches are Ben Eaton, Zachary Linnell, and Morris Finch, Jake Kirby, Nancy Walls, and Dan Wilkins. Now let's get the starting five for your Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. 6'1" junior wing, number 0, Ethan Hammer. 5'10" junior shooting guard, number 1, Patrick Dennisco. He's a 6'3" freshman point guard, number 2, W.R. 5'10" senior guard, number 4, James Bird. And 6'6" senior forward, number 31, Max Henderson. Crusaders are coached by Jason Grace and assistant Jim Brown, Steve Councilman, John Sullivan, Terrence Williams, Alex Norsico, and Ben Green. This game has please bow your head for our prayer. Name of the Father, and the Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, by the power of the Holy Spirit, we ask you to bless all of us, including coaches, referees, and spectators. Keep us safe from injury and any harm. Instill in us respect for each other. Reward us with perseverance and virtue. We ask this in the name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. At this time, please rise if you're able and remove your hats as we honor our great country with the playing of our national anthem. And we welcome you to the 7th of 8 games. It is Bishop McDevitt and LaSalle in the Catholic Christmas Showcase on Luke Brown Sports, sponsored by Mid-Penn Bank. The hosts, Bishop McDevitt, are looking to avenge a loss last night to Pittsburgh Central Catholic. They are trying to beat LaSalle, who took a win over Berks Catholic yesterday. That was a heck of a game as well. Certainly the two closest games we got yesterday were LaSalle's and McDevitt. One came out with a win and one did not, so we are hoping for a good one here today. And Bishop McDevitt will secure the opening tip. It is Patrick Denisco bringing it across the line. Joey O'Brien guarded by Demir Arp. And Arp tried to get a pass over to Ethan Hammer, and Hammer went the other way. So we play on, 7:36 to go in period one. No score between these two quite yet. Rebound secured by Jaden Bird, and his pass is a little bit too much. Demir Arp was on the receiving end of that one. Some early offensive miscommunications. And I know McDevitt wants this one bad. Inaugural season of hosting this tournament, and they pin themselves up against two 6A teams with a chance to get two big 6A wins. But this is not going to be easy. LaSalle just beat Berks Catholic, who is leading Class 4A. McDevitt is not currently in the Class 4A playoff picture. Joey O'Brien takes a long one, and it rattles in. Not sure if it's coming across on the broadcast or not, but this is the first game that we've gotten names for each individual scorer. That is courtesy of Rob Pugliese. Pugliese was able to make it to just a couple of these games as McNeary puts one in. But he is one of the tremendous public address announcers in this area and a radio broadcaster. And certainly that man, he eats, sleeps, and breathes Bishop McDevitt High School athletics. And he is one of the best. Max Henderson tried to stop Nick Neary, but he will not. Neary has 4, Joey O'Brien has 3, Bishop McDevitt has 0, LaSalle has 7. 5:49 left to go, opening period of the McDevitt-LaSalle edition of the Catholic Christmas Showcase. .548 left to go in period number 1. A 7-0 start for LaSalle over Bishop McDevitt. Ethan Hammer going to lob one up to Max Henderson. Henderson can't float it in. Hammer back out to Dinesco. Pass gets intercepted. Joey O'Brien has it. O'Brien steps through, nearly scores, grabs his own board once but twice. A third time won't go. Patrick Dinesco secures the defensive rebound, and Jaden Bird is on the other side. Ethan Hammer took one too many steps as he was walking and couldn't get it to go. You know, talking about how deep this LaSalle bench is, and some of these guys might be JV, but they just brought out about 4 extra chairs. And now the LaSalle bench goes all the way from the scorer's table to nearly parallel to where I am standing, which is next to the wall. I mean, you could probably fit 3 more chairs in there, but other than that, you're probably not getting any more guys on the bench. You're gonna have to start making a second row. 7-0 still, 4:56 left to go. Demir Arp, he's going to call for Patrick Dinesco to come out into space. Dinesco on a dribble handoff to Ethan Hammer, and the foul is called by Nick on Nick Parisi. Inbound coming from Arp. Joey O'Brien gives him space to get that inbound in. Jaden Bird out to Ethan Hammer for 3. It goes, rattles in and out, and we stay 7-0 with 4:40 to go in the opening period. Joey O'Brien now a 3 for LaSalle, off the back of the glass, attempted by Nick Parisi, and a foul is called. It's Nick Neary called for the foul. Dinesco will give it over to Demir Arp. Jadis Bird is the most open option with a full court press. Instead, Demir Arp gets the pass. He had to lunge up for that one. And he is stripped away. Lob. Joey O'Brien nearly slammed it down, and Nick Neary collects the scraps and scores. And another chance for LaSalle. Joey O'Brien gets the hoop in the horn. So O'Brien with a chance for a three-point play. O'Brien at the line. LaSalle now up 11-0 with 4:04 to go in this first period. And he connects. So O'Brien has 6. Nick Neary has the other 6 for LaSalle. Bishop McDevitt trying to get on the board, and they forced another pass. Parisi for 3. Bang! 15-0 start for LaSalle. Now a 3 for McDevitt, and that one hits. McDevitt is no longer scoreless. Tyler Reinhardt has 3 of his own, and it's 15-3. Parisi racing back the other way, and he is fouled. Joel McNaughton, who played in junior varsity earlier today, is called on the foul. Jadis Bird. Bird sinks his first. Excuse me. Nick Parisi. Looking at the wrong sheet. Parisi, 2 for 2 at the line. He has 5 total. O'Brien has 6. The other 6, Nick Neary. 3 total scorers, 17 points, 17-3. Demir Arp. Demir Arp is stripped again. He'll dive onto the ball, and a foul call. I believe it's on Arp. Yeah, the foul goes against Arp, so that's his first. LaSalle's going to try to get a late substitution in. It'll be Grayson McHugh coming in for Will Bear. And Joey O'Brien will inbound it to Nick Neary. Tried for a backdoor cut pass. O'Brien ended up securing it, but McDevitt got their hands on it, and Ethan Hammer is back the other way for 2. 17-5, and LaSalle called for a charge. The foul is on Nick Parisi, his second. 3 minutes to go in this opening period, 17-5. LaSalle leads. Demir Arp, guarded by Joey O'Brien. And the shot is blocked. On the close side, it was Tyler Reinhardt who had 3 earlier. He was blocked, and LaSalle recovered it. But now they spend their possession going out of bounds. McDevitt will bring it on back. Parisi comes out. He's had a tremendous effort thus far. 5 points, a 3 and 2 free throws. 2:35, 17-5. No timeout called by McDevitt. Ethan Hammer will net 2 more. Assist from Demir Arp, and it's 17-7, 10-point lead for LaSalle. We're up 15-3. Strong move by Nick Neary and a foul before McHugh could put back the scrap. I guess it's an offensive foul because this is going to be an inbound from Akaleen Smith. Arp. Nothing but net from 3-point range. That is his first points of the game. And it cuts the lead to 7 for LaSalle with 1:54 to go in period 1. 17-10. Tyler Reinhardt has called the foul on Joey O'Brien. So O'Brien at the line shooting 2. O'Brien 2 for 2 at the line. That gives him 8 total. He was relatively quiet yesterday. Some nice plays. He dunked it once. McDevitt can't get that 3 to rattle in. Well, Preston Washington brought it up. Here's O'Brien again. He'll give it back over to Preston Washington. Now Nick Neary down to Grayson McHugh. McHugh trying to work through, and he does. He works past Joel McNaughton. McHugh no longer scoreless. LaSalle up to 21. Demir Arp lets that one go out of bounds. Nothing he could really do about that. He did it right in front of Joe Stastingen, who is one of the elite basketball trainers in this area. It's pretty much, if you're good at basketball and you are in the Harrisburg area, he's probably worked with you before. At least solid chance of it. He's worked with some of the best players in the world, traveled all over the country, all over the world, evaluating and coaching basketball talent. And who does Demir Arp come and say hello to as that pass goes off the backboard and into the LaSalle bench? I don't know what exactly the thought process was, but this is going to go right back to LaSalle. Demir Arp comes out at halftime of the last game and he's shooting around a little bit. And who does he go up to and say hello? None other than Joe Stastingen. LaSalle tried to get a substitution in at the last second. Hayes Altamare couldn't get him in. He takes a seat. Final 15 seconds of this first period. 21-10. Demir Arp has it with plenty of time. He's going to take a long range jumper, and it won't work out. But the offensive rebounds, or the 50-50 rebound effort, goes out of bounds. It was Braden Erfley trying to secure it. Lost control. Going to go back to the Crusaders. Keelan Smith will have the inbound with 4 seconds left. Joey O'Brien will check in as Joel McNaughton will come out. Liam Fuller will come in for McDevitt. O'Brien for LaSalle, the Philadelphia Catholic League MVP. And that includes St. Joe's Prep. This is football, excuse me. Includes St. Joe's Prep, who won the championship at 6A. The inbounds for Keelan Smith goes off the back of the backboard. He just wasn't aware of his space. With 3.7 remaining in period number one, LaSalle will have to go nearly the length of the court. It looks like, I don't know what it is, if there's anything like on the uniform. They gotta go see the trainer about something that is keeping them off the floor. Not allowed to have any blood on your uniform, but I couldn't see any from what I was, from anything. So O'Brien will inbound. LaSalle's got 4 seconds to try to beat the buzzer. Long three off the front iron. They certainly had a chance at it. It will not go. 21-10 is the score after one period of play right here on Luke Brown Sports broadcast, and this entire tournament sponsored by Mid-Penn Bank. For over 150 years, Mid-Penn Bank has been a proud community member. With locations throughout Pennsylvania and central New Jersey, the bank provides a wide variety of financial products and services. Its over 600 employees are dedicated to building relationships and making a difference in the community where they live and work. Stop by a local financial center and find out how Mid-Penn Bank can help you. We're back just after this. The second quarter is coming up between LaSalle and McDevitt, the Catholic Christmas Showcase. Catholic Christmas Showcase on Luke Brown Sports from Bishop McDevitt High School. Happy to be with you for the seventh of 8 total games this weekend. Demir Arp shows high and he's going to pass it over. Now a bounce pass is taken away by Hayes Altamere. 11-point lead for the Explorers of LaSalle, 21-10. Three at the top of the key hits. Nick Parisi. 8 points for him, and it's 24-10 LaSalle. 14-point lead. Demir Arp swings it over. Arp thought about a long range himself. Crosses over. Long mid-range. No good. Another nearly goes. And now a block. It was Altamere. Liam Fuller is called for the charge. First foul on Liam Fuller. Joey O'Brien nearly threw one down, but he missed it. He was fouled in the process, so he will head to the line for two. It's the second foul on Joel McNaughton. So O'Brien not committed yet. I believe he's still a junior. Yeah, he is a junior from Lafayette Hill, 6'5". It's a pretty large junior. He's a 4 out of 5 stars on ESPN in football. Thinks his fourth free throw of the day. And 9 points total for him. As I said yesterday, relatively quiet. You know, not a ton. I mean, obviously he's a football guy, but everybody is looking forward to seeing him, knowing what he can do dunk wise and all the highlight reel stuff he could do because of his freak athleticism. Couple chances for Joel McNaughton before he gets fouled. Fouled by Will Bear, the 6'4" senior. First free throw is good for McNaughton. McNaughton has seen plenty of minutes. Have not seen a lot of Max Henderson. He has played. We know he's not hurt from anything last night. As O'Brien slams one down, he had quite the opening. Hazel Tamare with the assist. A long pass for McNaughton. McNaughton across the way to Danisco. Takes the open three and airballs. McNaughton saves it. And it's a 5-on-4 advantage for LaSalle. The pass goes way up high, intended for Parisi. We're going to go back to McDevitt. They survived the 5-on-4. O'Brien probably could have taken that one for himself and just ran it down the floor, tried to set up a play that way. They opted to go elsewhere. It did not pay off. Jadis Bird will hand it off to Demir Arp. Arp will bring it across, still guarded by O'Brien. Arp with a Euro, but he's called for the travel. Hazel Tamare. Billy O'Brien, a long one. And O'Brien dishes down underneath to Will Bear. Demir Arp. Arp to Ish Palmer, who makes some shifty moves. Goes out to Ethan Hammer, excuse me. But Ethan Hammer's shot was blocked. LaSalle's going to run it up the floor. O'Brien makes a diving effort at it. As Demir Arp brings it up the floor. Out to Ethan Hammer again. He won't go this time, and he is fouled as he drives through by Braden Erfley. Grayson McHugh checks into the game. Foul on Joel McNaughton, a moving street, or no, it's rather going to go on Nick Parisi. McNeary. Neary to Joey O'Brien. And now a spin around move for Braden Erfel. Erfel has two. LaSalle's got 31 to McDevitt's 11. Jadis Bird, a takeaway by Nick Neary. Neary to the basket and a foul. McNeary makes his first, brings his total to 7. Hasn't had any since the first quarter, so this is his first points in the second. And that one rattles out. This point total stays steady at 7. LaSalle at 32, and now Grayson McHugh will make a trip to the line. He was fouled off the foul shot rebound. Demir Arp picks up his 3rd foul before halftime. McHugh sinks his first. McHugh. And timeout called at the 4:05 mark in period number 2. This broadcast is sponsored by Mid-Penn Bank. For over 150, excuse me, we are not in a timeout. 4 minutes to go. McDevitt's going to drive down, and it's blocked away by Grayson McHugh. Demir Arp on the inbounds. And a hold on Nick Neary. Arp is going to get it to Ethan Hammer, who's guarded by Neary. Hammer out to Demir Arp. Arp takes the shot, sinks it. Max Okabata. Now Joey O'Brien. O'Brien works through, kicks back out. Grayson McHugh has it now. Across the way, 3-point shot hits. Braden Erfel. He's got 5. LaSalle's got 37, a 23-point lead. Ethan Hammer collects a wayward pass from Demir Arp over to Jadis Bird and a foul on Grayson McHugh. McHugh, the 6'8" junior from Percy. Would assume that means he'd go to Penn Ridge High School. Patrick Taniska out to Jadis Bird. Demir Arp. Pass goes out of bounds. Arp's got 6 points. I would say he struggled a little bit early today. Okabata. Pass downstairs to Neary. Parisi on the 3, it fell short. McNaughton. Joel McNaughton. Now Jadis Bird. Bird trying to weave through traffic, gets it out to Nisco. Patrick Tanisko passes over. Arp can take a 3. Drains it once more. 9 points, 3 threes. He can shoot them. He just hasn't made enough. He hasn't been able to score enough. And there is a move in traffic, falling down. Okabata somehow makes it work. 39-17 with under 2 minutes to go to the halftime break. 1 minute and 50 seconds. Arp once again. And this one rattles out. Parisi collects the rebound. A spin around and the rebound attempt. Now Nick Neary has a chance. Grabs his own board, goes back up with it and falls. McNeary with 9 and 3 in the second, 6 in the first. 1:20 to go in the second. It's 41-17. Danisco. Tyler Reinhart. Now Danisco. Tamir Arp. When Arp was fouled, LaSalle's bench goes nuts. Two substitutions are going to come in. It's going to be Preston Washington and Jack McCabe after this first shot from Arp. This could be his first non-three-pointer point tonight. First is up and good. He went to the free throw line last night. Max Henderson went for the first two. Max Henderson was fouled, and then a tech was issued to Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Henderson went 0 for 2. Arp went 0 for 2. It was an absolute game changer in last night's loss for McDevitt. This time Arp is making sure he doesn't go 0 for 2 at the free throw line. He has now 11 points, 3 threes, and 2 free throws. Under a minute to go until halftime. Bishop McDevitt trails 19-41. Patrick Danisco could have been a carry there by Danisco. Tamir Arp. Arp gonna drive through, and I believe he was called for the travel. I had an obstructed view of the referee. I can't say for certain. Substitution comes in, and Arp is going to come out for Ethan Hammer. And obviously, Arp is in double digits, but there's a lot of pressure on him to perform, especially when his team is down this much in the first half. And he has not necessarily been able to deliver, at least not yet. Preston Washington. He's guarded by Jada Spur. Now a long three for LaSalle is good from Braden Erfel. It's his second three. He has 8 total. 44-19 as Patrick Danisco would have the inbound, but he's going to sub out, so it'll be Akeelan Smith. Smith ahead to McNaughton. And that one is taken away. And a collision between Max Okabata and Braden Erfel. Okabata is hurt. That was 2 teammates colliding for LaSalle. 0.8 of a second remain. The trader will come out. Okabata. Timeout called by Jason Grace. 0.8 of a second left. But they have a chance to try to put something in the basket to end this first half. Just a 30-second timeout from Grace. It is incredible the amount of coaching that can go into 8/10 of a second. Just watching Ryan Ansel, who's right in front of me, coach his guys. I think they had to get a piece of gum out of the midcourt. That's why, because of the delay, Grayson McHugh swats away the inbounds, 44-19. LaSalle blazing in this first half, and they've got quite a lead. Second half is coming up next after the break. This Catholic Christmas Showcase on Luke Brown Sports, sponsored by Mid-Penn Bank. For over 150 years, Mid-Penn Bank has been a proud community member. With locations throughout Pennsylvania and central New Jersey, the bank provides a wide variety of financial products and services. Its over 600 employees are dedicated to building relationships and making a difference in the communities where they live and work. Stop by a local financial center and find out how Mid-Penn Bank can help you. Second half coming up next. McDevitt trailing LaSalle. And we welcome you second half of basketball here on Luke Brown Sports. Appreciate you tuning in for LaSalle and McDevitt. It's a 44-19 lead, and they make it 46-19. 27 points as Joey O'Brien nets two more for LaSalle. Mir Arp. It looks like he got fouled. Davis Bird will have it at the top. 7:39 to go in the third quarter. LaSalle looking at a 30-point lead. See Max Henderson again. I don't think we saw him at all in the second quarter. Here's Danisco, and Danisco drains a three. And there is Nick Parisi responding on the other end. 7 minutes to go in the third. Joey O'Brien on the inbound. O'Brien passes to Altamare. He is Altamare over to Grayson McHugh. Now Nick Parisi. Parisi drives out, kicks over. Joey O'Brien off the front of the rim. Grayson McHugh will hit Nick Neary inside for two. Ethan Hammer passes to Arp, who finds Benisco down the floor. Hammer all the way over to Jadis Bird. Bird across the court to Danisco. Danisco's shot no good. Henderson can't secure the rebound. Here's O'Brien back on the other end. It's Parisi for three. Yes, indeed. 15 points for Nick Parisi. 13 for Joey O'Brien. Ethan Hammer gets two. And Demir Arp, Joey O'Brien trading buckets back and forth. The only thing is that there's already a 31-point lead for LaSalle. Here's Aaron Kopka. He's a JV slash varsity guy. Danisco passes Ethan Hammer back to Danisco, and he hits the triple. Now a steal. Danisco running point, passes to Kopka. Kopka pulls up and he hits. Timeout called by LaSalle as McDevitt gets a little bit of something going. 29-55. Still quite a hefty lead for the Explorers. 4:43 to go in the third between LaSalle and McDevitt. in action here with 4:36 to go in the third quarter of play. Salle and McDevitt. And a takeaway by McDevitt to Mir Arp over to Patrick Danisco. Danisco all the way out to Demir Arp. Open three, Joel McNaughton. Off the back of the iron, popped up and no good. Joey O'Brien passes forward. The three no good for Okabata. Now O'Brien will try from the mid-range. No good. Okabata will try to get a rebound. And it'll go off of Joel McNaughton and back to LaSalle. And there is a three for Nick Parisi. It adds to a collection of 4 threes he's had. That's 12. He's also got 18 total. Ethan Hammer. Aaron Kopka to Demir Arp. Arp spins off, passes across. Ethan Hammer for the triple, and it ropes in. 2:30 to go. Period number 3. 58-34, the LaSalle lead. And there's a push-off by Grayson McHugh on Joel McNaughton. And I agree. He used his elbow to push off. McHugh is confused. I agree. He used his body, threw his elbow around a little bit too much. So here is Arp. Aaron Kopka. Joel McNaughton out to Danisco, and it's blocked away. Joel McNaughton gonna try to float one over and up and in. Did not work out. There's Kopka. Ethan Hammer. He's gonna pass across the baseline to Arp. Arp for the triple. It won't go. And Parisi gets the rebound. Okabata lays it in with ease. Ethan Hammer on the other side puts 2 in for McDevitt. 24-point lead for LaSalle. And this one is stripped away by Ethan Hammer. Hazel Tamare. Now Parisi. Okabata. And it's blocked away. And now Joel McNaughton tries to secure the rebounds. Stayed silent there a little bit because I took my other headphone off to hear what was going on. Ryan Ansel is right in front of me, and he was apparently shouting out numbers of guys on the other team, which is a huge no-no. But it seems as though that maybe wasn't what he was doing. It was misinterpreted, and then he kind of explained himself. He also had the issue with the clock stopping. I think that there may have been some confusion about why the clock had stopped because it was running previously because of the mercy rule. Okabata hits a takeaway, and he hits a three as time expires in this third quarter. LaSalle leads 63 to 38. 8 minutes left to go in this second to last game of the McDevitt Catholic Christmas Showcase on Luke Brown Sports, sponsored by Mid-Penn Bank. Final period underway between McDevitt and LaSalle. McDevitt starts on the offensive end. Demir Arp to Ethan Hammer. Now they're going to hit Joel McNaughton in the corner. He's had a lot of minutes today, significantly more than yesterday. Aaron Kopka is also on the floor, so two swing JV varsity players on the floor late into this game. Okabata, he's going to pass over to Grayson McHugh. McHugh nearly finishes at the rim. Grayson McHugh misses.
Into the game for McDevitt, number 14, Vernon 9. The third to Florida White. Number 20, Tyler Reinhardt.
That one falls out of bounds. McHugh sunk his second free throw. He has four total. Arp to inbounds right in front of the LaSalle bench. O'Brien knocks it out of bounds. Disco moves it forward, and the pass from Tyler Reinhardt was tipped. This will go back to LaSalle. McHugh behind the back to O'Brien, who finishes. A nifty assist from Grayson McHugh, and now a turnover. O'Brien tips a rebound to Okabata, and Okabata finishes with two. Brings up Okabata's total to 9 with 5:52 remaining Rolling clock down to 5:40.
First one down, 21 days. Murray, Tyler Reinhardt, the line shoots two.
Tyler Reinhardt will shoot two. Hazel Tamare is called for the foul. It's his second. Reinhardt misses his first.
Go to Boston camp. People are friendly game. Salle.
O'Brien comes out. McHugh comes out. Second free throw falls for Reinhardt.
39 after 8 and Bergman in the third quarters.
'68 to 39. With Salle ahead with 5:30 to go. Max Okabata. Now Franklin Gilbert. Okabata. Now this pass is tipped. Okabata recovers and is fouled by Tyler Reinhardt. Clock down to 5 minutes.
Even down 20 Tyler Reinhardt is second.
Inbound covered by Braden Erfel. 4:30 on the clock. Franklin Gilbert over to Okabata. Gilbert misses on his three. It's just tapped ahead to Danisco. Danisco's going to take an open three, hits the front of the net, stays in bounds. LaSalle recovers the rebound. Preston Washington. Washington. Three covered by Arp, and Washington hits it. Foul called with 3:40 remaining. Clock is running as LaSalle leads by 32 points. Their lead just 7 less than McDevitt's point total as Arp airballs on that three. Washington again takes this one to the rack, and he has 5 in the last 45 seconds. This pass goes wayward, and Danisco has to recover in the backcourt.
Number 0, clarity for this. William Palmer, Infant Crusaders.
Jack McCabe. Open three. No good. Goes over to the LaSalle bench. It's actually controlled by Ryan Ansel on that sideline. He grabbed it, gave it back. Open mid-range shot for McDevitt. It won't go. It's taken by Carter White. Franklin Gilbert. Now Braden Erfel. Braden Erfel. This is tipped back to Erfel, who's called for the charge. Couple of reserves coming in for LaSalle.
Number 12, Orlando, Goodness, O'Neal, first false team.
Nick Orlando and Mac O'Neal were both on the floor in the JV contest earlier. And there is Braden Lamp, the 6-foot senior. We have not heard about him or heard from him at all this weekend, but he nets his first 2 points of the showcase. There's a three that rattles in and out. This is quite cool because McDevitt has their starters out, and within the last minute, as LaSalle's got their JV guys in now, the varsity starters are now doing the same type of fun, stuff that the JV guys do on the sidelines for the JV guys. More specifically, it is O'Brien, Hazel, Tamare. You can hear him potentially through my headset cheering on Nick Orlando, who played earlier at JV. He had 7 points in the JV game. That's 2 more, brings his total on the day to 9. There's the hoop and the harm for Carter White. Clock is running down to now down all the way to 10. Carter White converts on his free throw. There's 3 seconds to go. And that'll do it. 75-46. That is the final here. We're going to take a break, try to get somebody here for post game, but we'll see about that. Coming at 75-46 is your final. We may be back. I'll be back either way, but we'll see if we have somebody to join us. All right, here with Coach Ryan Ansel, the head coach of LaSalle. Coach, you come into McDevitt's showcase with a 2-0 record. How does it feel? There we go. Much better shape. Thank you for holding on. How does it feel to come in here and get a 2-0 record out of it?
Feels great. But I first hats off to Coach Jason for running a great event. I know this is the first year, but tremendous job, first class event, and was excited to be a part of it when he approached us. And yeah, 2-0 always feels good, but it's part of what we got to do to get ready to compete in the Catholic League, and that starts up very soon. So this was some good tests for us with some talented teams, well coached teams, and I was proud of the way we competed.
Yeah, you go into the next year, the new year with Newman Goretti and Archbishop Ryan, obviously two teams that are going to give you a fight. So the momentum to be able to go into those PCL games, I'm sure, is huge.
Yeah, and we've been talking about just each game getting a little bit better, and that was our goal today, and I thought we did that over the course of the 32 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks very much,
Thank
Coach.
you very
Congrats on a
much.
big win.
Thank you.